Hit him with a 3 count. Pin him to the ground and the crowd go wild, man down, know what y'all like. Hit him with a 3 count. On the top row, crowd already know how I fly him to the.
It's your boy, your cousin, your nephew. It is the Grot Middle Region's best kept secret. It is the Dawn of the Mid-Atlantic. Chaz Evans, and you're checking out Chaz and Friends, the debate show on the 3 Count podcast. Let me introduce to you my friends. Introducing first, all right, he's the guy with the 3 Count microphone. He's the guy with the black red dog hat, and he's got a Broncos.
It is a hoodie.
Broncos. Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, he is the Red Dog.
Yeah, it's the Air Force veteran intel specialist, the one you call on when you need to get the job done, and your friendly neighborhood Red Dog. Also, the DICK of this industry. That's right, the dog in charge, kid. Get your mind out of the gutter.
All right, and introducing next, but certainly not the least. All right, ladies and gentlemen, he is the supervillain himself. All right, he was there for the very first wrestling match. All right, he was on commentary for it. Right, he was on commentary, and my goodness, he told me that wrestling has changed. Now he doesn't hate it, but like wrestling has changed since the very first. All right, with the supernatural and all that. Right, Damien.
Oh yeah, nah, and they still owe me a paycheck.
Yeah, exactly. So anyway, ladies and gentlemen, the Dog Lord himself, the Master Xehanort, the old man himself, Damien Fatal.
Hey, let's talk some crap. I'm ready to shit on something.
Oh my God.
There's something that's gotta make me angry this week.
Something's got That's great.
Besides Chris,
all right, let's get to some announcements first, then we'll get right into arguing with each other about all that's going on in wrestling. But first, let's talk about the elephant in the room. Not really the elephant, but well, if it's an elephant, there's got to be a big elephant then. But anyway, let's talk about it. It is. It's our elephant. It's our Dumbo. That's what it is. Exactly. It's our elephant. So anyway, if you have not been keeping up with the hottest news in all of wrestling, all right, the 3 Count podcast is partnering with the Bigg Plus Network, and which means we are bringing all of our content to their streaming platform. What does that mean for you right now watching us live on Facebook or YouTube or Twitch or anywhere else that we're streaming right now? Well, it doesn't mean anything as of right now. All right, October 1st is when. Great, we love Ron.
Only Ron would do something like that.
That was good though.
Anyway, in the middle of serious, this show is already off the rails. Whoa, welcome. Well, listen, I'll just tell you this: the antics are still being the same, folks. And the Bigg Plus Network, we're excited with this partnership. But like I said, it doesn't change anything as of right now. Starting October 1st is when we make the jump. We will be streaming live all the way up until November 1st. You'll catch us on the Bigg Plus Network. You'll catch us also on Facebook and YouTube and Twitch up until November 1st. November 1st, we will be streaming exclusively all of our live shows and all of our interviews on the Bigg Plus Network. But what does that mean about our interview show? So now Into the Ring and Now Into the Ring 201. So yeah, those shows, you'll still get those on YouTube, but on the day after your normal release date. So they'll go to the Bigg Plus Network first, and then you guys get it the next day. So don't worry if you're still getting your daily content, all right, a 3 Count podcast. But if you want to catch it live and if you want to really get it right when it's when it comes out hot off the press, get on over to the Bigg Plus streaming network. All right, it's on your Roku TV. Everybody got a smart TV now. Okay, it's like smartphones. Like no one has a flip phone anymore, except if you're like 94 years old. So yeah, go get it. You mean to tell me, Damien, you don't have a smart TV?
Hey, you don't have a smartphone. Hey, I don't know if you guys know this, but you guys can actually find it on Apple and also on the Android stores. So
yeah, exactly. Yes, yeah. You can do it too. But yeah, you mean to tell me you don't have at least one smart TV in that house?
No, I do. I do. I keep forgetting that it's there. Actually, I would look. I turn the TV on and I turn my Xbox on. That's as smart as it gets.
Okay.
Hey, that's all you need. That's all you need, though.
Exactly. I got everything else.
That's factual. Yeah, that is all. That's all you need.
Oh,
What?
it's okay. You're entitled to your opinion.
Shout out Twitch, the
Strong opinion.
unofficial member of the 3 Count Podcast team, co-host with Damien and friends. If you have not
He was. Yes,
episode that Twilight Zone episode of Damien and friends,
With
you
Twitch.
need to go back and check that out. It was great. I was watching it as it happened live. Well, not all of it live, but from what I saw, I was entertained. So go check that out in the archives on YouTube. And so back to that Bigg Plus Network.
Bigg Plus Network.
There it is.
I have no idea why I did that. I just spontaneously. I've always wanted to do that thing.
Well, you got your opportunity. You took it.
That's all the shot I had to take.
This chair is the screw is loose. Every time I hit it, it makes the sound like I feel like the chair is gonna break. But so yeah, Bigg Plus Network. We're on
Bigg
there.
Plus Network.
Go get the app on your, like I said, on Apple Store, Google Store, Roku, just all those smart TVs you got. Go get it, okay? Sign up and come check us out. We're really excited for this. So yeah, thank you to all of you who've stuck with the 3 Count for the past 4 years. Because without y'all, this wouldn't be possible. So so shout out to all of y'all.
That is right.
Yeah, so shout out to y'all. But it's not about y'all right now.
I'm gonna say.
That is about to say. That's the nice thing you're gonna say. Well, it's not about y'all. We love y'all though, but it's about Chaz and friends and wrestling. Okay, all this mushiness. Yeah. Let's get right down to it. Let's start it off.
I want to make sure that we get this out there too. So if you guys didn't check it out yet, there was a bunch of stuff that dropped, right? So we had Logan Easton LaRue for Now Entering the Ring. We also had on September 6th, we had Now Entering with Jason Heat with 201, which is a lot of fun to listen to, and just like going back and listen to it, and just I had a lot of fun doing it. So want to make sure. And this week on Tuesday for the 12th, you guys are gonna get Avery Jacks. I know she's currently injured. Godspeed to you. We speedy recovery to you, and we look forward to seeing you in the future, getting back to what you do best. So it was definitely a lot of fun having her on the interview and on the show, so you guys can check it out. And last thing that I want to talk about too, right? So the 3 Count Podcast, as well as myself, right? We have an affiliation, so you guys can go check it out, right? 5-Star Nutrition, bam! 5-Star Nutrition. Go out there, use the promo code AS Red Dog, as you can see right there, and you guys can get 15% off your first purchase. That's 5-Star Nutrition. That's pretty cool that they're welcoming to be an affiliate of ours. So go out there, check them out, and enjoy.
Oh, awesome. I wasn't there. I was trying to.
Whoa, wow, you legit.
Go back. I'm scanning the code.
Okay.
All right, cool. I was trying to. My phone was being dumb.
We're not going corporate, but we definitely just put a bunch of stuff out there.
Yeah, we did.
5-Star Nutrition. That's our sponsor for today's show. Not really, but they're an affiliate of our show.
Oh man! All right, now let's start it off hot. If you didn't already do so, follow us on social media. You know where you're at. All right, you'll see it the whole entire show. So while you're listening, go do it now. But we're gonna start off hot with the temp check. All right, before we get into our first topic, we're going into temp check. Temp check. For those of you who don't know, that is it. We give you our hottest and or coldest wrestler going into this week, and it has been a big week in wrestling. Let's start it off with the Red Dog. What's the temperature like over there, brother?
Man, let's just jump into the cold wrestler of the week, right? Oh, wow. So my man, Damien's going to throw it out there too, because I already know who he's picking, and I'm going to agree with him as well. It's just weird, man. Just like the storyline is, there's really nothing going on with him, really. So I'm just kind of like, whatever. It is what it is. My hottest wrestler of the week, I know a lot of people are going to pick probably like, they're going to take maybe one of the twins, right? And it's cool if you do, but I'm going to be honest, man. Bryan Danielson is my hottest wrestler of the week. Like, it is hard not to pick this man after the strap match he was in, and then comes out and cuts that fire-ass promo and challenges one Zack Sabre Jr., to a match at Wrestle Dream, and I cannot wait. I'm here for it. So, and it's crazy that it's also in Seattle. So, like, I didn't realize that until he said it. So I'm super hype about that. But yeah, I think I'm taking Bryan Danielson on this run.
Now, look, Bryan Danielson is a good one. That's a good one. He did have a fire week, but nah. You want to know who my hottest wrestler of the week? Okay.
No, I want to hear Damien's first.
Too bad, it's my show. So I'm gonna go first. All right. It's not a twin. Okay. It's not an Uso. Okay, it's not a tribal chief. It's not Bryan Danielson. It's not even MJF. You know who it is? It's The Miz. And I'm gonna tell you why. The Miz had Miz TV by himself. By himself, he interviewed Invisible John Cena. He also got physical with an Invisible John Cena, and it was entertaining, and I did not go, this is stupid.
Yeah. No.
The Miz, and I have always on this show have given praises to Miz. I do it publicly and on Twitter. I say give Miz his flowers, and I put Miz over. Miz deserves everything and more, because there is no other person who could do that and pull it off.
Yeah.
And keep everyone entertained, even inside that arena.
No, that was
So
it was definitely a fun segment.
No, it was. And it was different. It was different.
Chaz World Order.
It was different. I like that. A Chaz World Order.
Rip off.
Wow.
I don't think so. Sup?
No, it was different. It was different.
R-Truth. No, I like. So you're right. I will agree with you. Like,
and no, like I said, no offense to Bryan Danielson. Like you said, we're gonna get like legitimately. Yeah. We're gonna get into about Mac
but yeah, I mean, the Miz's promo. My favorite part about that whole promo, though, was like he gets in John Cena's face, and he pushes him, right? And you could, that's one thing, right? But it was his selling of like getting pushed back that was like, hey, yo, this is way too much. Like, just the ability to make you believe that John Cena was really. It would have been even funnier had he like somehow like did everything and then sold into like the 5-knuckle shuffle and then like rolled out and then turned around and hit him with the skull. Because like it's just the idea of like, oh shit, like maybe John really is in this ring if you're suspending belief enough. But I really appreciated that promo. I really appreciated the selling and like the fact he hit with the skull crushing finale and just stood over the top of him. I was like, yo, come on, man. I was like, I love all of this.
But yeah, that's my hottest wrestler. Okay, and there's nothing anyone like. If I give my 1B just so we can say someone who's really I'm going with LA Knight. Yeah. If not, but yeah, man, Miz is definitely
his shot at Kevin Nash was amazing.
Exactly. Trying to think. My coldest wrestler. I gotta go with Jericho as well. Because I know they've been slow burning, and when I mean slow burning, it's been a real slow burn to Sammy and Jericho. And yeah, I just get this over with. even though what you call it, that match is it was a fire match. The tag match they had was fire, but that tag match was fire. I don't care what you say. A tag match was fire.
Sure.
The tag match, it was fire. It was fire.
Wow. That's what? Wow. If you lose to Omos, you're
Uh,
cold? No, Omos is a monster, dude.
oh,
I
he
love,
is.
I'm a Oma, what is it? Homo
Homo
sapien? Is that what they're
sapien.
calling it? Yeah.
No,
I'm
don't
a
ever
massive fan of Omos, man.
don't ever call
I'll say
yourself
it
that.
publicly. I'm not worried about it.
Don't ever say that again. Don't ever call yourself that again.
Nah, straight
No,
up. Homo
Oh,
sapien right
that's
here,
sad.
baby.
no. Oh,
I mean, I
I'm
like what
clipping
he's
that out.
doing.
I'm saying it to him. I'm an Omos sapien.
Hey,
okay.
look, that's a true fan right there.
Yeah, go ahead, Damien.
Gunther,
Yeah,
Yeah.
longest reigning Intercontinental
yeah.
Champion of all time. I actually, that's the only thing I watch.
Mm.
You did yourself a service
And
then.
oh no, I know I did. I look. I'm trying to tell you. Uh, it's a good thing I was there. With that being said, we already know who the coldest is. It's definitely Derek. It's fucking Derek. I didn't even have to watch what he did this week to know that it wasn't worth watching what he did this week.
The tag match was fire. The tag match was fine.
It was fine. Who did he wrestle? Who did they wrestle again?
They wrestled Aussie Open.
Uh, wow, he's messing with all three of those guys.
Well, remember,
Those
wasn't it
poor,
at
that poor
yeah.
group. That poor
Yeah.
group. Oh my god. Oh,
Corbin is greater than Omos. I mean, Corbin is a gem. Like
Yeah,
oh, you know what?
Corbin is the man.
that's
I'm gonna
another
I
pour
one.
a
feel like
little out
so
for
many
Aussie
people.
Open.
Yeah.
Sorry guys, we're gonna miss you.
Damn, one out for the homies.
All of them though.
No, the fact that we're sitting here talking like Omos is like just 'cause he's a big guy who moves really well in the ring, and then
For a big guy.
Corbin is a great wrestler.
No, he really. I don't know why anybody don't give
Yeah,
him.
Oh, yeah, Corbin is another
my
one.
man is hating on him so much. Like he's just like they both have the wrestlers with a mop. Well, that's great because you know what I saw? Perry
Oh,
Saturn got a mop over,
He did.
and
He
Omos is over
did.
too.
he did.
He
He
said,
did
"Okay,
get a mop
I gotta
over.
go now."
He did
Yeah.
get a mop over.
All right, let's using
All right.
that. Let's take this mop and wipe on over to our first debate topic. That was terrible and corny. I'll never say that again.
That was horrible transition. Don't
Can't work on that.
All right, CM Punk. Oh man, the 3 Count Podcast loves
my
CM Punk
boy.
as much
That's
as
a
Skip
boy.
Bayless loves Michael Jeffrey Jordan. So we talk about CM Punk every week, and that's fine. So there is a lot of CM Punk we will always be talking about. But let's hear the news. The news right now, right? CM Punk possibly going back to the WWE. Should WWE rehire CM Punk? That's the debate topic. Damien, you can start this one off.
You know what? All right. See, me out of spite, if I was in that situation, would just do it just out of spite. Just to be, especially if there's like no like non-compete, I'd so show up real quick just because. However, but really, yes, they should do it, but they should do it on a 6 month trial basis. It seems like he can get through 6 months fine. So like, if he can get through 6 months, be like, all right, we're gonna give you like 2 months off, right? Then we'll bring you back for another 6 months. If they could do it in 6 month increments and give him a couple of months off, I think they could get him through a couple year contract with no trouble. He won't be around enough time to stay in trouble.
Mm.
It's funny you say 6 months because the report about the Bucks instantly popped in my mind when you said that, and I think that's
I know, I know, I know. They set him up so bad. They
I
set
legit
him up
went,
so bad.
you are. Well, I get like, like yes, well, we're the EVPs, and that's why, right? All the AEW schmarks will go, ew, leave me, please. But what? Let them get through 6 months and then we'll work with you. Like, what? You should be.
Well, actually, 6 months is not a bad idea. Like if
Oh,
they literally
David,
just
don't. Oh, you're starting with the Bucks
no,
now?
no,
What are you
no,
doing? What
no.
are you on today?
I'm talking about the time limit of him not getting in trouble. Do it in 6 month increments and see how he is after
Oh, well,
six
that,
months.
yes.
Yeah.
I
Now
thought
what
you
the
meant.
Bucks did? Oh no, what the Bucks did? They were just setting that man up. That was a setup. I'm sorry. Be like, all right, we got 6 months to get rid of this fool. This is what we're gonna
Yep. Yep.
do.
That's exactly what
Trying to
happened.
tell you. They
Got
said,
the
I
job
know it,
done
dude.
too.
Come on, come on. All those little things that happened since he's gotten back. Nah, it's not a coincidence.
Something.
That
Hold
just
up.
further that just further puts what I said last week into what you call it, them being him being set up. Stephen A says CM Punk being a wrestler again in the juggernaut known as the World Wrestling Table will be an asinine dilemma for the. That's actually very, very, very on point with Stephen A. That's actually really good. I like that.
That's a very
Yeah,
That's a very good
yeah.
Stephen A. I got to do more history. Sorry, I've been watching too
You know what's
much.
funny though is that Stephen A. Like for somebody who's like talking a lot of shit about WWE, man, like the dude really does not know either like the entertainment side of it or even just like the business side of it because like CM Punk is gonna draw. Like imagine that,
Oh
right? Just
yes, he
imagine that
is.
WWE, they don't even have to announce it, right? Let's just say like it's another badly rumored thing, right? That's gonna happen, and then all of a sudden the fans are starting to watch the product to find out when CM Punk's gonna show up, and they're all putting dates together, right? Oh man, they're coming to Chicago. Maybe he'll be at Chicago. Oh, the Rumble's up. Maybe he'll be at the Rumble. Nah, man, and see him and I just have CM Punk randomly show up at like a SmackDown that no one's expecting. Like, don't even talk about it. Just
So
have
when
him show up.
you say that, right, and it's funny you mentioned that because I had the same thought when I put the topic together. I was thinking about my point, and I go, he absolutely should, because guess what? Guess what happens next year? The NBA season,
Yeah,
and then that and all the other stuff that Turner, all the sports that Turner got, hockey,
Yeah.
Collision's going to have to run, or maybe on a Friday, or even a Rampage. Rampage is going to have to run. No, it's normally Rampage. What if Collision's got to run on a Friday instead? They don't do Rampage, or they do like they normally do, Collision and Rampage back to back, which is probably end up with it. Oh,
Yeah.
okay. You're gonna run against SmackDown again because they are. It always happens, and that's just because the way the logistics work with TV and stuff. They got to. Fans will go, oh no, he's going head to head with Vince and Triple. No, it's just because hockey's on and Turner broadcasts hockey playoff. Like,
they're not. Oh yeah, they're not gonna let their like actual sports not be put on
no,
TV
exactly.
because Collision needs to be on air. Or Rampage, and we're good.
Yo, that's funny. He never said that.
Exactly.
No, I
So
just
why
the
not?
thing the thing
Why
about
not? They're gonna pick that and win it that, and then of course they're gonna probably, AEW is gonna heavily book that show that's gonna go against SmackDown. I think one's coming up soon anyway. Not to say that
yeah,
CM Punk's gonna come on that day or nothing like that, guys. So don't this go viral and say, oh, they said it. They said it. No, not saying that, but they're gonna really hype that show up because they want people who's watching SmackDown to watch AEW. So you do it then. You do it when AEW's got one of them head-to-head SmackDowns, right? And or when they got one of those pay-per-views against Collision, because they got pay-per-views on the Saturdays.
Premium live event, sir. Premium
Sorry,
live
right.
event.
Sorry, the PLE Premium Live Event. That's when you do it. You have him come back at a Premium Live Event.
I think so. Here's
Because
here's my problem. Here's my problem with Stephen A. Right, I just want to say this part about business wide of like WWE because I get it, right? Like, cool, Rich. Like, you made it up, but my problem is that you like remember there was a fight with Conor McGregor and the Cowboy, right? Donald Cerrone, and it ended in the first round, and Stephen A took that moment, right, during the UFC, right next to Joe Rogan, and just shit on Conor McGregor. We didn't learn anything about Conor McGregor tonight. Like, we just learned that he knocked out Cowboy Cerrone. Like, you don't know the business. And then you turn around and watch that interview with Stephen A and Paul Heyman when Stephen A was like trying to like I'm gonna throw out some other names, and then Paul just shut his shit down. Was like, who cares? He said, like, yo, like, and then Stephen A had nothing. What am I supposed to respond? It's just that's the dynamic though. And reading like that made up comment that you had, right, makes me believe that he really would want to say something like that about CM Punk, right? And but my problem is that CM Punk is one of those guys that he comes in, he's gonna set the world on fire, and to run direct competition against the show that was made for him on SmackDown would just make so much sense. Like people would have to watch.
The PLE. It's the PLE.
Right?
PLE.
Shit.
It's a PLE because collision is collision.
Well, just think, right? If Collision has to get
moved,
if Collision
Friday, has to get moved, right?
And then you got to run Collision and Rampage back to back, like you would have like that issue, right? Like that's the thing that I'm thinking about, and it's like even if it was a Saturday, right, where you have a premium live event, right? Let's just say I don't know, Fastlane is coming up, right? And it's gonna run against Collision. What better way than just have CM Punk? He didn't have to wrestle, cut a promo. Like everybody's taking their eyes off of that shit. And then when you do you do it at 8:00. Right, you wait till 8:00, and then with your PLE going on, you wait till 8:00 on the money, and then you make CM Punk come out and cut a promo. And then right for the opening act of Collision. And Collision can do whatever. Oh, we got the Young Bucks taking on FTR4. Ain't nobody watching that. We watching the PLE to see what happens.
I mean, he got a point.
No, you're right. Yeah, you're right. Yeah. That's
all day. Let me get this match. I learned so much from him.
You would still... I never liked Max Kellerman on that first take, but I never did.
That's another debate.
It is another debate, but yeah, never did. But anyway, go ahead, Cliff. I mean, was that your point? Was that your point?
Yeah.
Give me a point to make. Yeah. So all in all, to answer the question, I think yes. I think if WWE understands, and I know Triple H and all of them know, they know the draw behind CM Punk. They know that. They're not idiots. And I think that's the thing. They're not idiots. They know it. It's just whether or not if they want to deal with him. I mean, listen, this is what it is. That's what it is. And which goes back to Damien's point. You got that 6 months. You got that 6 months little trial. You be here for 6 months, and all right, cool. Go home. Go chill with your wife. Go make your TV show. Go do heels.
Yes.
When you're done making heels, come back. Oh, time you to go back.
Boom,
have
fun.
We
see what we got. Yeah.
Right.
Like, and all WWE got to do is, all right, you got all the big people, and they be like, all right, is this worth our time? Is this worth our money? Is this going to make us money? Is this going to, raise the ratings? Blah blah blah. Is this going to be worth it?
Then is this going to give the love to young talent?
Yeah. But
then you talk to the talent. Then you talk to the talent, though. Like you really talk to the talent and be like, look, we got a chance to make some money and probably have some really great matches.
See, and that's where I disagree.
It's about making money. You don't have to bring in the talent, but I'm just saying.
Yeah, I think that's where you start getting the that's where you start going AEW route.
We'll talk to your top talent.
Too many of the wrestlers got too much of a say in everything that it goes on as far as business wise.
I mean, we're talking like Roman. Your
but yeah, like your ring gen, absolutely.
Your top talent that's gonna take care of them if they get in the ring.
Absolutely.
So you talk to them. I didn't mean the whole roster, but you talk to the important people.
I like this question here, right? So this is a great question. Like, who would be a good feud for Punk in WWE, right? And I could think of 3 right off the jump.
I can think of 3 off the jump.
I'm pretty sure a bunch of us are already going to agree on probably one of them, right?
Probably so.
So I'm going to put my 3 out, right? Just right off the jump. These are the people that I would say that you put against CM Punk, right? One of them is Seth Rollins.
Yeah.
Cody Rhodes.
Yeah.
And the last one is Gunther.
I didn't think of that one. That's not my 3.
So we have who's your
Me and you have 2. Me and you have 2.
Yeah, we got 2.
We all have 2, so I think all of our third ones are different, which is cool. All right, your third one is Gunther. Because I initially, mine's is the same thing. I said Seth Rollins, Cody Rhodes, and my last one was I was trying to decide whether to go. It's funny, it was Dom or Cena.
Mm.
Because if Punk goes back, Punk needs to this whatever run he's on, it needs to be it. It got to be it. Like, let's keep it $1.50.
True. No, you're right. True.
So if he goes back, why not have him do another program with Cena for old time's sake? Cena's, you know what I'm saying, and that could lead up to Cena, you know, leaving as well. So that's why I said Cena. I said Dom as my 3B just because I just want to see CM Punk just exhilarate Dom on the mic. And just because the crowd is behind him, Punk won't have to do much.
No, he won't.
Which makes it even better.
It's a good question right here, too.
Can you get Seth to play nice with Punk? You got Seth to play nice with Cody.
Yeah.
You got him to play nice with Cody.
Yeah, no, it's easy.
I think Seth.
Money talks.
Right, money talks, and Seth understands
business.
Yeah, he does.
He understands business, and that's why I really put like Seth as really like the head honcho now. Like, yeah, Roman is the guy and everything, but the leader, like, who's on the front lines in a sense, is Seth Rollins. Like, I mean, he's the world heavyweight champion. He's, you know, which is for a reason, because he is that guy. Like, if it's not Roman, who is, you know, your Hulk Hogan of the '80s, all right, there's your Macho Man. You know what I'm saying?
I like that. What if he's on SmackDown? Honestly, I'm gonna be real. If I get to put him on SmackDown, the first person that I'm sticking CM Punk with, and this is not even a joke, Sheamus, because I know that
would be nice.
Yeah, I think the Brawling Brutes and Punk, and then you let Punk come in and you let him take two people that he can help elevate, and I think both those guys is Austin Theory and Grayson Waller, and take them to another level, and then that's the feud. You have those three running against, you have the 3-on-3. I think it's just it's a cool, different kind of dynamic. But if you look at those guys, 3 of those guys are really good on the mic, and 3 of those guys are not.
Yeah, I mean, it could be fun. It'd be something fun to start, just to like get them acclimated.
That's interesting. I didn't think.
My third would be Roman, of course.
See,
I'd like to see him in Roman,
you like
like
to see
present day Roman. Yeah, present day Roman with present day Punk. I think that'd be interesting.
And I think an interesting point with Roman too is that you're gonna spin the whole line. You're gonna spin the whole thing about CM Punk is the reason why the Shield was even a thing, right? You're gonna have that with Seth. You're gonna have that with Roman. He'll talk about it, about Dean being in there too, right? And he'll be like, I saw something in you guys and blah, 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 blah. And this, that. And that's why I wanted you guys to be under my wing and dot, 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 and whatever. But it would be very interesting to see that angle. I kind of like the Roman one too, but I think I'm going to stick with my 3 for right now.
Yeah.
Nah, I get it. It's so much potential though.
So much potential.
Like you say, you do it 6 months at a time, you'll be able to, keep him around for like 4 or 5 years before he completely breaks down.
Right. All right, let's move on to the match of the week. All right, match of the week. What you got, Red Dog?
So originally I was sitting here thinking about the strap match with Bryan Danielson, because obviously he's my hottest wrestler of the week. But I'm gonna be real. I'm gonna take Gunther and Chad Gable because that shit was fire.
So
love that match.
Sunday going into Sunday, my match of the week was Miro versus Hobbs from All Out. I just, meet forever chance, hilarious, and it was inappropriate. It was great seeing two super heavyweights go at it like that, and just, it was a big different from what you normally see on AEW, and it was really good. But Monday Night Raw came on, and The main event of Monday Night Raw was Chad Gable and Gunther, and I was in awe. I was in just awe. This match was great, and I wanted the tag. Like I said, like that. The tag match was fire this week with as far as the Jericho, Sammy, and Aussie Open, and I go, man, if Chad Gable and Gunther didn't kill each other Monday, this would probably be my match of the week. And I was like, this will cause Damian all the stir. But then I went, it didn't beat that Monday Night Raw match. Yeah, that's my match of the week. I don't care. That strap match ain't got nothing on that. I'm sorry. There was masterclass. Really, that match was.
Well, see, I forgot that I saw that match because I was sick all week. Because I was gonna say like the cold versus my immune system. That was my match of the week. I barely squeaked past in that one. barely, barely won. Had to cheat. Use some underhand tactics. But yeah, no, I don't know if I mean I was sick when I saw like the main event of Raw. So I don't know if it was because I was sick. Like that match was really, really, really good. Like really, really, really good. Like unnecessarily good for a Monday Night Raw match. Like why wasn't that on Payback?
Facts.
Why wasn't that the main event of fucking Payback? I mean, I know why, but why wasn't that the main event for fucking Payback? That would have been. That match was. I think it was flawless.
Mm.
I think it had a little bit of everything. Like it was perfectly executed. Both men were on point. They told a story. Like at one point, I was like, "Oh, Gunther's not gonna beat the record." But happy for Chad Gable. Like just it was really fucking good. It was really, really good. Like I mean, of course, I'm rooting for the heel. I wanted him to win and break this record. Like, you know what I mean? And I don't know, like part of the way through the match, I'm like, oh well, maybe Gable should beat him and take this.
Yo, when he lost and Gable's daughter was crying.
I know.
Yeah.
Like I felt bad for her, right? I felt bad for her.
Like you wanted to tell your daddy's okay.
Yeah, I just wanted to be like, hey, yo, like dad's fine, like it's okay, like he'll have another shot. And then the other part of me was just like, good. Fuck them kids, yo.
Believe.
Yeah.
I hope your dad loses again in front of y'all.
Yeah, nah. When they showed her daughter, it definitely hit me. Because even when after he lost, I went, oh man. Even I went,
right.
Because I think going into the match, I was skeptical. It was like, oh, here they go bringing records in. You know what they do when they start mentioning records. That's when they lose.
They always fuck it up.
That's when they start I go when commentary heavily tells you, look, the record is this. And so I was like, they were doing it all night long, and I went, oh my gosh. I was like, he's losing. I was like, and so I'm going in. I was like, yeah. And I was like, oh. And I was like, oh no. And it had me, and I was like, when he lost it, went, oh. Kind of like wasn't as bad as the one I did with when Cody lost to Roman. That was a big one. I was really
because I went into that match like,
yeah, exactly.
Roman's gonna beat him. It doesn't matter. Blah blah blah. Then it's like, oh, I'm starting to feel for Cody, and then he lost. It's like, oh, Should have
But
won.
it was such a great match.
uh,
And then
it was. It
it
was.
was just just everything about it was just great. Just great.
It's just funny to me because like so a former person that used to be on the show, Anthony, he pops on every once in a while. Whenever like a guy that he really likes loses, it's so funny to watch him just go, "Fuck WWE! I'm done watching this shit." Right? Like Cody lost is definitely particular. Gable, right? He's like, "This is why I don't watch this bullshit anymore because they don't know how to write good stories." I'm like,
The only
this is
reason I
why
mentioned
they deserve to have people like you watching because you
Right.
keep giving it to them. If you were not gonna react, hey man, they gonna be like, you know what? Didn't work. Maybe we'll try again next time.
that's the only reason why I miss him on the show.
His reactions are great.
It's literally just so he could just be like, this is stupid.
I hate this so much. Blah blah blah. A question that I want to put up here, right? Was this match better than Gunther and Dragunov? And I'm already gonna say no.
No.
I'm going
No.
to say this. That's like saying vanilla and chocolate, but you like both. I
Yeah.
think because I don't think it's better. I don't think it's better, and I
It's
don't
in
think
its own category, though.
It
It
is.
stands on its
that is
own.
because what Dragunov and Gunther did was a UK based style of match,
Yeah, it
and
was.
and I think that's and it was also, it was on the network, so they didn't have, commercial
Well, I was
breaks.
thinking either one. Like both
Either I
matches.
just both
It was
matches either
both
still like
matches were better than Gable and Gunther.
I
Like I
don't think they
love
were
Gable and Gunther.
I don't think they were better or less.
I
I don't think they were better
okay.
Yeah,
or,
but
or less. Like,
both of their matches were amazing.
oh, absolutely.
I just wanted to see
Absolutely.
two men just hit the shit out of each other. And guess what? When it was
Yeah.
Dragunov and Walter at that time, I got exactly what I wanted. It was two dudes
I
beating the piss out of each other.
I felt wrong watching it. Like I
I
felt like I was
did.
watching a snuff
Yo,
film or
Dragunov's
something. Like,
chest, man, my man didn't get a tan or nothing that day. He's like, I'm gonna make all the red show up. And he just
oh,
looked like he went through a meat grinder.
dude, I thought I
There
was
was
gonna
a
have to go to
point
court.
where he was on the top rope and just Gunther was just like
Oh yes.
stomping down in
Yes.
his face. And I was like, oh my
No.
God. It's like,
Yeah.
I felt so great watching this
Yeah.
match.
You would have thought somebody stole somebody's cookie.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. I
He
absolutely
insulted Gunther's wife in the back right before they went out because there was no
Right?
reason to beat the piss out of that man.
he
No,
definitely
it
has.
was not.
Oh man. All right.
All right, here we go. Moving on. Let's get to ROH. All right. Is Ring of Honor being underutilized? That is the debate topic. Ring of Honor being purchased by your boy, Damien's boy, Tony Khan.
If you ever in your life say that the man that thought that his life was in danger at a wrestling event, my boy, again, we gonna have some problems.
Oh, Tony Khan. All right, purchase the Ring of Honor. They got a weekly show on Honor Club that you got to purchase to watch every week. They have their pay-per-views as well. Sometimes you'll see Ring of Honor stars pop in on AEW programming as well here and there. But most of the time, ROH stars stay on ROH. With that being said, is it being underutilized? Let's start with you, Cliffy.
Yeah, definitely. I think there's a lot of fire matches. I think there's a lot of fire wrestlers that are on that show that are just not even like really being utilized. And it was a thing that I think even Busted Open Radio was talking about. It was that like there's all this build right for Shane Taylor right against Samoa Joe, right? Fans already know who Samoa Joe is, right? Hardcore wrestling fans know who Shane Taylor is. but not your average fan knows who Shane Taylor is, unfortunately, right? Unless you're watching the show, then we talk about him all the time. But regardless, and then you have this match between Shane Taylor and Samoa Joe, and you keep building it up, right? But unless you're watching Honor Club itself, you don't really know what's going on. So you see these two big, meaty men going out to beat the piss at each other for 7 minutes, and you're like, I don't know who Shane Taylor is, but I'm kind of excited about this match. Shane Taylor should have been running that promo, like that whole storyline should have been on Honor Club and leaked into Rampage or Collision or to Dynamite somewhere, so that the audience can get some kind of build around him, that they can show why he's such a devastating person, right? Instead, you're just like, yeah, he's the best, he was the longest world's TV champion, and you're like, cool. What does he do? Right. And that's it. So I think building him up, right, to say
The best TV champion.
That's I agree still to this day. But it's the point of like, we know, right? Because we like watching Ring of Honor, but the fans don't know. And so how are they supposed to watch the show? You know, or how are they gonna know? How are they gonna know who Shane Taylor is? They see a dude in they see a dude in All In just knocking Samoa Joe around, you know. That's it. So yeah, I think that's just one person.
I knew
right?
who he was, but I didn't know why they were facing each other. So that was like, the match was good, but I didn't know why it was happening.
Yeah, you didn't know that he won. What you call it?
Yeah, no, I had no fucking clue. But I was like, oh, I know who he is, and I was like, oh, good for him. That's awesome. This should be a pretty good match.
Let me tell you.
You know what I mean?
Let me ask you this: do you watch Ring of Honor?
No, I really don't.
Exactly.
And I try to stay up on it as much as I can, but I just don't. I'm not gonna pay for that.
Exactly.
Just because I feel like, I don't know. I just feel like,
move that shit.
I wish somebody else would have bought it.
Yeah,
or I wish
and put it somewhere else.
Yeah, or I wish somebody.
You want to keep it $150? You know what they should have did? They should have put Collision as ROH. That's what it should have done.
100%. I would have much rather.
Done from day one. That's what it should have been. That Saturday show should have not been another AEW show. It should have been Ring of Honor.
Nah, you're right. You're probably right.
If you still want to do Rampage, but I was going to say this. If you still want to do Rampage, you can still do that. That's fine because you tape right after Dynamite anyway. Stop taping Ring of Honor. Stop doing all these 1 night long things of tapings. It's not okay. It sucks because coming from someone who does watch Ring of Honor, it just, some of the stuff don't match up. It just don't.
No,
I can see that. Because every time I see videos, I get lost. It's like, oh, hold on, what?
And they got this 2-hour weekly show. For what reason? I do not know. And it's Ring of Honor now reminds me of SmackDown back like pre-pandemic when it was a schizophrenic show when SmackDown was all over the place.
Right.
Like right before, you know when the era of the dog food and Roman Reigns, that era of SmackDown.
Yeah.
That era. Like right there. Legit 2019. 2019 SmackDown was schizophrenic as I don't know what. That's what Ring of Honor Weekly feels like. And now you got Grand Slam coming up, and you got Claudio and Eddie going for the Ring of Honor belt, which should be really, really a big deal based off the storyline itself and just the fact that these two really just been beating the crap out of each other for the better long of the year. And now, all right. But when no one's seeing it, I mean, you put a little bit of it on Dynamite because, Claudio's with BCC and, he's got to be with them. But, like, you put it a little bit on Collision, but so the people who don't watch ROH, they don't know that. Like, it should be a big deal. And just because you put your Ring of Honor belts, the title matches on your big shows on AEW doesn't mean people are going to care. Like, and then, like, that story's become convoluted now that now Eddie's the New Japan world champion, New Japan strong champion, and he's like, I'm gonna put my belt up too. I'm like, why? Why would you do that? You didn't have your show. It's like Why?
Now you're just asking for that show to be a double, like a double pin, or like,
exactly.
people double interference,
So
no
we're gonna get
contest.
shenanigans. So you're not. So pretty much, what after they did that is Eddie's not winning the belt, which Eddie should win the belt. I'm sorry, but I don't like Claudio as champion.
I thought it was I mean, I was happy for him, but
It was cool at first. It was cool, but it's a dull. It's a dud because
It's
BCC
just because I
trumped
guess
that.
I've never seen him really.
Because
I don't
I'm
know.
telling you, because you're not missing anything. You're not missing anything
That's
as
what I
far as
feel like.
Claudio being world champion. You're not missing anything.
And aren't they the tag champs too? Or no?
No,
Weren't they
that's
at one
not.
time? What?
No, Adam Cole and MJF.
Oh
are the-
yeah.
And
Yeah,
even
better
that
than
right
you.
now, I get for the storyline purpose. That's why. But they're not on the.
That
They're
was
not even on the
shouldn't have happened.
show.
Yeah, no,
They're
that
not
shouldn't
even
have
on the
never.
show.
And you and not to be funny, right? But like Dark Order, like legitimately are talking about how they're like the best thing on Ring of Honor, and I believe them. Like I believe that because they're there consistently. They're always on. They're always on the show every week. They're on the show. So I'm like, yeah. Why is it that like we aren't rewarding the guys who are needing to push, right, to elevate them, right? Because like Dark Order just kind of like fell off the wayside after everybody kind of broke apart. Where's like the ROH trios championships? Are those even like a thing on the
Yeah,
show?
I don't know.
their thing. What you call it? What you call it? They still got it. Con and them still have it.
And you have the Righteous that is just like
Mm-hmm.
there that are still like putting on fire matches. They got Stu, right? Like there's so much good stuff that's happening on there, and you're like, oh, cool. The Mogul Embassy has it bad because I've seen them defend those titles elsewhere. It's crazy that there's all these great workers who are on this network, right? And you're locked down. You got to pay $9.99 to be able to watch them, and it's like, bro, like Billy Starks is on that network, and currently she's injured, right? But you have this young talent like Billy Starks. You have young talent like the Renegade Twins. You have Willow. We have Athena, right? And I can't go see these guys, right? I have to pay to see these guys do their thing. When then you throw them out in these stories, and we don't understand what's going on. So you have to give the fans something, like either put it on a network, like open network where we can go check it out, or make it important and put it on the shows, right? Put it on your big shows, right? On a Collision or on a Dynamite, so that we can be invested into it, right? Like I know Athena is the champion right now. I know she's a women's champion. I know she's been a dominant champion on Ring of Honor. But I bet your average fan don't know that. I bet you they don't know that Billy Starks has been following her around, trying to be her understudy, right? I don't think a lot of people are really paying attention to those stories, like the power of Willow, like going.
Yeah, I mean Willow, and especially you say Willow and Athena.
The things that Dalton Castle is going on right now, right? Like the craziness that's going on his mind, and he's like freaking out, like talking about what the boys getting messed with and stuff. Like there's all this fun stuff that's happening on the show, and very limited people are being able to pay attention to it. So, I mean, but then you're going to showcase us and be like, look at this great thing we have going on Dynamite. We're like, what does this have to do with anything?
They heavily plug Dynamite on that Ring of Honor show.
Yeah, but they won't do it the other way.
Won't do that.
Check out Ring of Honor, or at least have one of those matches, right? Have a match like the other night, right? Robin Renegade being up on Rampage, right? Or was it Collision that she was on?
Collision.
Yeah. Battling for the belt, like, hey, you can check out more of her and her sister doing work on Ring of Honor. Check out the Ring of Honor stuff, and here's what they've been doing currently. It would just be nice to be filled in on that stuff, so that way I know that they're still a big deal.
Right.
Sorry, there's my
rant. I know it's too much like right. No, it's too much like right though.
We just be like,
we need help.
Imagine if all these stories were going on main event, right? Like these stories going on main event, and then they're like, hey, here's Mustafa Ali, and then Mustafa Ali just gets destroyed, right? And they're like, yeah, he's been on main event. Like, makes me want to watch main event now. That's what it was. Like, I feel bad, right? Samoa Joe and Shane Taylor like had this cool drag down 7 6-minute match. It was just big dudes hitting big dudes, right? All because why? We want to tease this story of Samoa Joe and MJF for the title, right? Instead, like it's almost as if like it's gonna be Shane Taylor was just fed to Samoa Joe, and that pisses me off because it's like, yo, this guy is a fucking talent. He will do everything you ask him to do. And you just like, oh yeah, you're a television champion. We'll just stick you against Samoa Joe, and you guys can have like a fun 6-minute, meat meat slapping meat contest, right? Like that's what it was. I'm like, come on, man. Like this dude can tell stories like so well, and you guys are just shitting on this man. Like, bruh, hate it. Hate it.
Hate it.
I hate Tony Khan right
I
now.
just thought they were. I just thought they were wasting time. I ain't gonna lie. Look, I've always hated Tony. He's an idiot. He's usually the focus of my abuse. He probably talks about me in therapy, so it's all good.
All right. What grinds Damien's gears today?
Oh, of course, it's Tony.
Don't. Quick second. I love it.
Come on
Love
now.
Love
Come on.
it.
He didn't do any better this week. He's still in the shit to me. I mean, you took way too long to grow a set of balls. Am I proud of you for growing a set of balls? Yes. Should you have done it the first time it happened when he talked shit in front of you? That's when you should have fired him right there on the spot. Like, you got to go. You out. But no.
No, he needs to fire. He should have fired Jungle Boy too, and I think we are
I probably
ignoring
should
the
have,
fact
but I'm just saying.
that Jungle
Look,
Boy
the
went into
Jungle
business for
Boy thing
himself.
would have happened. Look,
Like,
that wouldn't have happened if he fired him from the first incident.
I mean, maybe so, but even then, he shouldn't have. And that's
Oh no, Jungle Boy was
we've
dead
ignored
wrong.
we've ignored the fact that the Jungle Boy legitimately went into business for himself on their biggest show of the company's existence on the pre-show
Yeah,
over a stupid situation for his safety because they cared
exactly.
about his safety. No, he should have been gone just as bad as Punk. But because it's
Set
Punk
up.
and it's a second offense, they're not going to do that. You're right. It is
It's
a setup.
set up. It's
But
a
like
set
it's
up.
just wild. It's just no one says
This
anything
man,
about
hold on.
that.
You telling me this man attacks EVPs and keeps his job and gets his own television show, but he hits a pissant like Jack Perry and loses his job? Second fencer or not, he should have been fired the first time. Just saying.
Yeah. All right, moving to our last debate topic for the show this week. Every pro wrestler's favorite issue of PWI is coming out. Ladies and gentlemen, it is the PWI 500 list week. So, with that being said, we're going to. I was trying to keep going. we're gonna go. We're gonna try to see who is our top 3 going this year. Top 3. We're not gonna do. We did number 1 last year. I think it'd be more fun if we can do the top 3. Is everybody back?
Ooh.
Yeah, we're all here. You're the one going to
Yeah,
speak for.
yeah.
All right. I'm the only one in Speed Force. I figured.
Yep.
Am I back?
Yep, you're
Yeah,
back.
yeah. You good. Oh, top 3. Ooh.
Okay, cool. Anyway, so yeah, top three. Think about it. Top 500 in the world. Okay, that is encompassing all wrestlers, independent talents. If they're on TV, all that. Top 3. You got yours, Cliff?
I think I
got
do.
mine.
Oh,
All right, give me your third. Give me your third. Everybody go. All right, your
Oh, we have
third.
to
Top
rank them
the number
too,
third
bruh.
wrestler.
That's
oh
crazy.
shit! I know he's asking for a rank.
Yeah.
I
Well,
know.
I mean,
Uh-huh.
ugh.
Let me get Cody at 3.
Cody at 3. Cliff, the Red Dog. He's going with Cody Rhodes at the third best wrestler in the world. Well, not best, but top wrestler in the world. All right. Damien, you are on the clock. Who is your third best wrestler?
Gunther.
Now, mind you, the
Gunther.
criteria is from June. It's from what you call it. Is from what is it? I think it's
It's
July.
June to
It's like
July. Or
June,
July to
July,
June.
right? Yeah, July of last year to June of this year.
Yeah.
Gunther.
Gunther at 3. All right, that's a solid. That's a solid. That's a solid. All right, you
Just
want to know
because
my
of
3?
everything he did this year. Yeah.
That makes sense. That makes sense. My 3, Roman Reigns. Roman
Okay.
Reigns at 3.
Okay. What was he last year?
That's what I'm going with there.
We need 2.
What was he last year? He was 2.
I think it was 2.
He was 2
Yeah,
last year.
Okay,
it
I
was 2.
can see that.
Okay.
All right, number 2. Who you got? Red Dog.
Maxwell Jacob Friedman, MJF.
Okay. All right. What about you, Mr. Supervillain?
I was gonna give it to Roman.
All right, your Roman is number 2. All right, Roman Reigns, number
Yeah,
2.
yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
You ready for my 2?
Yeah.
John Moxley.
Ew,
Not a
man.
bad pick. Not a bad
No,
pick
it's
at
not.
all.
I just don't like him. It's not good.
Yeah.
Every time he wins, that man bleeds.
This one for all the marbles. Who is your number 1?
Is it
All right.
really a question on who number 1 is? It's Seth freaking Rollins. Hands.
Well, here's something funny. He's my number 1 too.
Oh, really? Ah!
Yeah.
Ah!
Like, really think about everything he's been doing. Yeah.
For the
Yeah.
year
Kind of been killing it.
from July of last year to June of this year, ain't no
Yeah.
question, bruh. Ain't no
You
question.
Killing it.
say that? Well, guess what? I have to challenge you because I say my one is Maxwell Jacob Freeman MJF. That is who I put as number 1.
He said,
You can make the
let me stop.
case for Seth Rollins.
You don't even have him in your top
You
3.
can make the case for Seth Rollins.
I know, right? You don't even have him in your top 3,
Like,
damn.
Roman
Right, I
to me
know,
is
but you can
4.
still make the
Like,
case. I like make the case.
Yeah, you can make the case.
Yeah,
I'm just
Seth,
saying.
Seth to me is 4.
Seth by far has
Seth
been
is.
like
I would if I had to finish it off and go 5, I would go Seth and then I would go Cody.
you have Seth at 5.
No,
Bro,
4.
Okay, I was like, bro. Well, still, like, I'm like, bro, you are
No, 4. Cody at
cracked.
5.
Yo. You and
No,
Tony are enjoying the
care what anyone
same
thinks.
lines.
No, MJ,
He said,
MJF,
wow.
MJF gets number 1. It's either I can tell you, it's MJF. It's MJF. It's MJF. Number 1. When it comes out this week, when it comes out, don't say I didn't tell you.
He probably paid him. It's okay.
Yeah, it's cool. You know,
We all know, look, especially me
listen,
and
if
Red
I'm not
Dog
in a
knows.
PWI, blasphemy. List
If
is
you're
not
not
relevant.
I'm
I
waiting
want
for
to
the
be PWI 500.
Yeah. Look, I don't care about that. I didn't do enough single stuff this year to do anything. I don't care what anyone says. I didn't do much. But now that tag team one now, oh buddy, right? There's no way you don't put pure ignorance in that tag team. Okay, I don't care what anybody says. If we're at least not 100, the top 100, we've not 100. There's no one in this region doing what we doing. I don't care what anyone says. No one.
I got you.
No one. Anyway, all right. What do you guys think? Give us your top three if you're listening. Hashtag PWI. Go at them and tell them that hey, the 3 Count sent us, and this is our top 3. And or actually, you know what? Give us your top 1. Give us your who's number 1. Who do you guys think is number 1? Hashtag 3 Count Podcast. And yeah, I'm curious to see what you all have to say. I got MJF as the number 1. The supervillain and the Red Dog over there are both picking Seth Rollins. Both of these are very valuable picks. I think out of all our top 3s, you can make a case for at least the top 5 out of all the people that we had said. So I definitely see Eddie Kingston being in the top 10. Just to throw some random names out there who should be higher.
If Jericho's on there at all, I quit.
Jericho does not need to be anywhere near the top 10.
No, he doesn't need to be on the list at all.
Oh well, he's on the list. He's on the list.
He better not.
He's on
why?
the list.
Why?
Listen, they made a big deal about Dax not being on it last year. They made a big deal about it last year that Dax was not on there.
He should have been on there before Jericho
last year. So they're going to, if Jericho does not place at all, then I have real problems because I have some people who I know that I don't like that's going to get placed, which I don't need them using that as more fuel to their ego.
Look, I'd rather those people get placed than Jericho. Just say.
All right.
But
sorry.
Yeah. Let us know. All right. Yeah. If you made it to the end of the show, guess what? You get thank you. Just thank you. I don't have any more trophies or achievements. I gave them all out. So just thank you. Make sure you check us out. All right. Next month, Bigg Plus Network. All right. Get that download that app on your smartphone.
Bigg Plus Network.
That's now a thing. I just want to let you know you have now made that a thing.
That's the thing now.
It's a thing. Every time we mention, we mention the network, you just gotta go Bigg Plus Network and then take it right off.
There you go.
Every time. There you go. Make sure you download on your favorite smartphone. Also on your smart TV, Roku TV, Google Home, all that, and Fire stuff. Get all that. All right. Check us out there on a month. Okay. Also, subscribe to our YouTube channel. All right. And then for our podcast listeners who listen to our podcast, you know what? Guess what? Off of the moon. Okay. Off the moon. Give me a 5-star Frog Splash review on Apple Podcasts. Because they mean every time.
I can't.
You thought I wasn't going to you thought I wasn't going to do it. I waited till the end of the show to do it. I waited because you get disappointed every time. But yeah, off 5-star Frog Splash review on Apple Podcasts. Like and subscribe on Spotify. Anywhere you get your podcasts on, you know where to find us. Follow us on your favorite social media podcast. Check out the interviews coming out. All right. Check out that Avery Jackson interview. Okay. That's the homie. What's called? Love her like if she was my own family. That's the next LeBron James of wrestling. Okay. So y'all watch the next coming. So definitely check out that interview. Check her out. Check out Jason Heat as well, because that's one of the best indie commentators that you don't know about. So you need to go check him out on everything that he's commentating, Fight Pro, Voltage, and 1CW. So definitely check that out. Logan LaRoe, check him out too. I've seen him wrestle live, and he's tough. Like real tough. I want no problems with him. But yeah, definitely check out that interview as well. I'm Chaz Evans here with the Red Dog, here with Damian Fatal. All right, this is another episode of Chaz and Friends. Be there next week for another episode where me and my friends argue about wrestling with each other. Yeah, do that. And also go listen to the interview
Yeah.
now.
All right.
Yep. Bye.
Kawhi.
Hey guys, it's the host of the 3 Count, Chaz Evans here. Make sure to let you know that I don't run shit, I don't do shit, I just talk shit. And make sure you subscribe to our podcast. What else did you do? You should also follow us on all social medias. That's the Facebook at 3 Count Podcast, the Instagram at 3 Count Pod, and the Twitter at 3count_pod. Also, if you like us a lot, you should definitely buy a t-shirt at prowrestlingtees.com/3countpod, and that's the number 3. Don't be an idiot and type in THREE, because you're not going to find anything. So make sure you follow us at 3countpod or 3count_pod on Twitter and buy a shirt. Be there or be somewhere else.